Hello guys, in today's video we are going to make our own soap at home. So with me here I have my 10 liters jerrycan. So we are going to make soap for 10 liters. So I already have my chemicals. So the chemicals I bought them at 350 shillings. So you can imagine how much you can save when you buy your own chemicals. So some of the chemicals were not written on their names, so I'm just going to show you in the video because I do not know their names. So we have around, I think around 5 or 6 chemicals. So we have that brown one, then another one in the bottle with a red lid. I think here ni mafuta, because I know mafuta is also used in the making of soap. Then that one was rock salt. Supposed to be blue, but on that bahasha it is written on green. So but inside it was packed blue. So I like color blue so much because it cleans the clothes very well. So this soap we normally use it in cleaning our clothes, cleaning the floor, cleaning the windows. So it saves a lot of money, and like buying that already soap in the supermarket or in a shop. So you'll need to have a cooking stick, a big one, and your jerrycan. It should be clean. So everything should be clean when you're making your soap. So in the process of making, we are going to put away the color and the perfume. Those ones will come last. But now we are going to mix all those other things together. So you're going to start with that brown one. And in some shops, when you buy your chemicals, they can write for you the procedure. So they just indicate there, like the first one, you start with this one, then the second one. So you can as well request for the procedure. So they just label number 1, number 2, number 3. So you know how you can follow them up. But usually the color and the perfume normally comes last. You cannot start with them. So that's why I'm just keeping them aside. So let's start mixing and see the outcome later on, guys. So stick around and see how will our soap turn out. Currently this liquid was packed in a bottle, so when you're getting it out, it doesn't get out fully. So I'm just going to pour the water in that bottle and put it aside so that the remaining liquid can dissolve in the water as we continue making our soap. Because normally it is usually packed in a nylon paper. So when it is packed in a nylon paper, it is easier to get it out than when it is packed in a bottle. So I don't know why this time this lady packed it in a bottle. But anyway, we are going to try and see if the liquid will come out, because that is a lot of money. and it is also going to affect the outcome of the soap, because it is usually measured in according to the weight. If you want the chemicals for 10 liters, I think there is a certain weight that is required. If you want the chemicals for 20 liters, again they measure the weight. They don't just pack for you. So let's continue with the mixing, and this one needs a lot of energy to mix. So you'll have to mix everything until it dissolves, until you don't feel any crystals at the bottom of your container or whatever that you are using to mix from. So normally I used my plastic bucket. I don't use the metallic one. The metallic one will make a lot of noise because of those crystals. So I prefer this plastic one. So let's start mixing. My microphone was misbehaving at some point, so kindly just bear with that. So as we are mixing, we are going to add in water little by little. as we continue with the mixing process until all our 10 liters water is over. So let's continue mixing. So when you add in a little water, you have to mix so that you don't have lumps in that mixture before you add in another amount of water. So at this point I'm just going to mix that mixture until all the lumps have dissolved in that water that I have added in before I go in with another amount of water. After adding in all your water, you have to mix very well until everything is well incorporated. So at this point we already have our soap. So the soap is ready for use, but now we need to add in the color and the perfume. But at this point you can still use your soap like that. So let's add in our color and start stirring and see how our color will turn out. Can you see that nice blue color that has formed? It is really looking nice. So apparently some of you might think that it is the reflection of the bucket, but not really. It is the color itself. So then after we've mixed very well, so we add in the perfume. And then again we also stir for the perfume to be mixed well in the whole soap. After we've added in the perfume and stirred everything, so we will leave our soap to settle before we pour it in our container. So we leave it to settle so that hiyo povu iko hapo juu itoke. Then now we pour it in the container. If you are finding this video helpful, kindly consider subscribing, comment, like and share. So let's pack our soap, and if you are finding this content helpful, kindly consider subscribing and give it a thumbs up and leave a nice comment in the comment section below. Bye.